Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul. Forever is composed of nows. Tell all the truth but tell it slant. Because I could not stop for death, he kindly stopped for me. I dwell in possibility. The brain is wider than the sky. Not knowing when the dawn will come, I open every door. I'm nobody. Who are you? Are you nobody too? Success is counted sweetest by those who never succeed. Parting is all we know of heaven, and all we need of hell. That love is all there is all we know of love. To live is so startling, it leaves little time for anything else. If I can stop one heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. If I can stop one heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. A wounded deer leaps highest, finite to fail, but infinite to venture. My friends are my estate. Saying nothing sometimes says the most. We turn not older with years, but newer every day. To see the summer sky is poetry, though never in a book it lie. Where thou art, that is home. Beauty crowds me till I die. I felt it shelter to speak to you. Dogs are better than human beings because they know but do not tell. Anger as soon as fed is dead, ti starving makes it live. Fame is a bee. It has a song, it has a sting, too, it has a wing. I must go in, the fog is rising. Luck is not chance, it's toil. Fortune's expensive smile is earned. Hope is the sweetest thing that ever grew in a desolate place. A word is dead when it is said, some say. I say it just begins to live that day. The soul should always stand ajar, ready to welcome the ecstatic experience. To love is so startling, it leaves little time for anything else. The only commandment I ever obeyed, consider the lilies. The soul selects her own society, then shuts the door. Truth is so rare, it is delightful to tell it. The heart wants what it wants or else it does not care. To be alive is power. If I feel physically as if the top of my head were taken off, I know that is poetry. Fame is a fickle food upon a shifting plate. The possible slow fuse is lit by the imagination. I argue thee that love is life, and life hath immortality. Saying nothing sometimes says the most. One need not be a chamber to be haunted. I have an appetite for silence. The pedigree of honey does not concern the bee. A clover any time to him is aristocracy. They might not need me, but they might. I'll let my head be just in sight. A smile as small as mine might be precisely their necessity. I had no time to hate, because the grave would hinder me. It's all I have to bring today, this, and my heart beside. Love is anterior to life, posterior to death, initial of creation, and the exponent of breath. To make a prairie it takes a clover and one bee. Dwell in possibility. The heart asks pleasure first. Water is taught by thirst. A light exists in spring not present on the year at any other period. If I read a book and it makes my whole body so cold no fire can ever warm me, I know that is poetry. Nature is our eldest mother. She will do no harm. Heavenly hurt, it gives us we can find no scar, but internal difference where the meanings are. The lost art of letter writing perhaps will make a comeback one day. Forever is composed of nows. The bee is not afraid of me. I know the butterfly. Death is a dialogue between the spirit. The grave my little cottage is, where keeping house for thee. The only one I meet is God. I never lost as much but twice, and that was in the sod. I took one draught of life, I'll tell you what I paid. Faith is doubt. We grow accustomed to the dark when light is put away. If I feel physically as if the top of my head were taken off, I know that is poetry. The sun sets to rise again. Wild nights, were I with thee? Heavenly hurt, it gives us we can find no scar. We don't need no ship to take us home. I taste a liquor never brewed. Much madness is divinest sense to a discerning eye. How many times these low feet staggered. Nature is what we see. The heart wants what it wants. I would not stop for death. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul, and sings the tune without the words, and never stops at all. I measure every grief I meet with narrow, probing eyes. To see the summer sky is poetry, though never in a book it lie. I felt a cleaving in my mind, as if my brain had split. The truth must dazzle gradually or every man be blind. A sepal, petal, and a thorn upon a common summer's morn. Pain has an element of blank. It cannot recollect when it began. A great hope fell. You heard no noise. The ruin was within. For love is immortality. How far is it to heaven? As far as death this way. Luck is not chance, it's toil. Fortune's expensive smile is earned. There is no frigate like a book to take us lands away, nor any coursers like a page of prancing poetry. My life had stood a loaded gun in corners till a day. Life is over there behind the shelf. The abdication of belief makes the behavior small. Bring me the sunset in a cup. The soul selects her own society, then shuts the door. The bustle in a house, the morning after death, is solemnest of industries enacted upon earth. A death blow is a life blow to some who, till they died, did not alive become. Love is like life, merely longer. I know that he exists. Somewhere in silence he has hid his rare life. I cannot dance upon my toes. Who has not found the heaven below will fail of it above. Truth is so rare that it is delightful to tell it. The brain is just the weight of God, for, lift them, pound for pound, and they will differ if they do as syllable from sound. There is no silence in the earth so silent as that endured. Each life converges to some center. If I shouldn't be alive when the robins come, give the one in red cravat a memorial crumb. We outgrow love, like other things, and put it in the drawer. It might be lonelier without the loneliness. I taste the liquor never brewed from tankards scooped in pearl. The soul has bandaged moments when too appalled to stir. We never know we go. When we are going we jest and shut the door. Fame is a bee. It has a song. It has a sting. Morning without you is a dwindled dawn. A visitor immoral who influences flowers till they are beautiful as himself. If your nerve deny you go above your nerve, the future never spoke, nor will he like the dumb. Life is a spell so exquisite that everything conspires to break it. In this short life that only lasts an hour, how much, how little is within our power. Ti's not that dying hurts us, so Ti's living hurts us more. A word is dead when it is said, some say. I say it just begins to live that day. Fame is the one that does not stay. Grief is a mouse and chooses wainscot in the breast for his shy house. The past is such a curious creature to look her in the face. A door just opened on a street I lost, was passing by. I reason, earth is short and anguish absolute. This world is not conclusion. A species stands beyond.